Kelly. Last week I went to Sounds Live Feels Live and I got to see 5 Sauce at the Forum and I got to be in the pit, which was an incredible experience, and so I'm going to share my experience with you guys. I also have just made a video about my soundcheck experience, which I will link up here and in the description if you guys would like to watch that. So on Sunday I went to Sounds Live Feels Live in Irvine and I got to go to Soundcheck. Everybody who was in Soundcheck got 2 tickets to see 5 Sauce at the Forum. Everybody thought that we were getting pit tickets because on our ticket it said GA. We figured general admission, that's the pit. But when people went to go get their tickets, they found out that their tickets were in the 200 section. Since I knew in advance that tickets weren't in the 200s, I went on Ticketmaster and I was able to get a pit ticket, which was surprising since it was the night before the concert. So my 2 free tickets that I ended up getting, I gave them to someone who I knew on Instagram and Tumblr. Online it said to get the pit tickets, you were supposed to get there at 10, and I wanted to get there at 9:30, but I ended up getting there at 10:30. So anyways, I drive down there and I see a bunch of people outside on the sidewalk. So I parked my car and I asked the people who are out there if that's where we were supposed to get a wristband, and they said yeah. This was my wristband. We got a number on it. I was number 65. He told us that we could come back at 4. Everybody who got numbered, that was the number that we were going to be when we were in line later. I left, I went to my hotel. I ended up staying across the street from Disneyland and I have an annual pass, so I just went there for an hour. I planned on getting back at 3:30 and I ended up getting there at 3:50. So then I go and I see this long line. I really hope we are going by the numbers, because if we're not going by the numbers, I'm screwed. So I asked these girls what's going on. They don't know. Everybody was really confused. Nobody was lining up by their numbers. Security guard came out and told us that we were going to line up by our numbers. He started calling out numbers.
Number 1, if you're here, go stand in this line, in the separate queue.
All the way down to, I believe, 150. They stopped numbering people, and so anybody who was past 150, I have no idea what they did. I was number 65, waited in that line, and then they went to check our bags. We weren't allowed to bring in water bottles. We weren't allowed to bring in candy, but the security guard was like,
No, just don't say anything about it.
He let me bring it in. We go through the metal detector, get your bag. I had my ticket on my phone, so they scanned this and they gave me this. If you were in Michael's side, you would get a purple wristband. I think green was Callum's, but I seriously have no idea. It could have been blue, pink, whatever. Basically, we had 2 different color wristbands. I believe they started letting us downstairs to wait in line there around 6 o'clock. At 6:30, they started letting us in to the pit. By the time we got in, there was already a line of people by the front of the stage and a line going down the side of the stage by the catwalk. We ended up being at the end of the catwalk, which I was kind of bummed about because I wanted to be front row barricade, but that wouldn't have happened. So the show started, Roy came on. So Roy performed, which he made me really uncomfortable. He ended up taking his shirt off. He does this weird thing with his face. I don't know, stop. Anyways, the pit was actually pretty roomy. I could sit down on the floor if I felt like it, which I did because I did not think I was gonna be able to stand that long. It was break. I sat down on the floor for a bit and then got up when Hey Violet came on. doing fine and everything. And then when 5 Sauce came on, 2 girls with big old heads decided to stand right in front of me and like blocked my view of Ashton the entire time. And then she like flipped her hair right into my face. Like, girl, she kept hitting me with her bag. Like, it bothered me so much because they weren't there during Roy's performance or Hey Violet's, and they just like squeezed in. Like, girl, no, go away. Came to the end of the stage like quite a bit. I think Callum did like once, Michael did a few times. At the end of the show, Ashton jumps off the stage and hands out his drumsticks. So I like trying to see like over the girls next to me. And then this other girl, she decides to shove her way right next to me. I'm like, oh no, you did not. And I like shoved her like really hard because I was like really irritated. So then the show was over and I was like, oh, sad times. But then my friend that I made, her friend came up to her and she had Ashton's drumstick. I was like, oh, God, girl, you're so lucky. My friend ended up taking a picture with it. And so I told her, I was like, hey, I want to take a picture with it too. So like she let her know. And then I ended up getting to hold Ashton's drumstick and taking a picture with it. It was like in my hands. And like, I could see it. And like all the little like splinters coming off of it because those drumsticks were like beat up, you know? So nice. Pit, I think no matter like where you are, you have a good view of them because you're like before even front row. It does kind of suck though if you are short. I'm not like necessarily really short. I'm like 5'3", 4, 5. I have no idea. If you have like platform shoes, some sort of higher shoes, you might want to wear those to see over people's heads. If you bring a backpack or a bag or something, try not to hit the person behind you. And if you have long hair, try not to flip it in people's faces behind you. Be respectful, don't push, don't shove, don't be that girl, or boy or anything else, you know, whatever you identify as. It's cool. I took some confetti from the show, which, I mean, I don't know why. It's just like tissue paper, man. I don't really know what else to say. If you guys have any questions about being in pit, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. I'll get back to you. Try to answer some questions. But that's it for this video. If I helped you out or if you enjoyed this little experience video, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more videos and to be notified when I post more. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.